Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another third-party figure review. Now today we're going to be taking a look at the Bullet Head Mantis figure. Now I have reviewed some Bullet Head stuff in the past, namely the Venom figure that came out very recently, and it was really awesome, so I had very big expectations for this Mantis figure. Also, this being the first Mantis figure that we've ever gotten, not from an official company, not from a third-party company, this is the first one. I have been very excited. The Guardians of the Galaxy shelf has been sorely missing a Mantis since her arrival in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, if you do want to pick up your very own Mantis, hit up Philip Liu, the toy wizard from Toys Wonderland HK. He has them in stock and for pre-order right now with the links in the description below. Either way, what we're going to do now is get all of Mantis's accessories out here and take a look at everything she comes with. Taking a look at all the accessories that come with Mantis, as you can see, she doesn't come with a hell of a lot, much like the Tony Stark figure that I just reviewed recently. At least she comes with a display base, which we'll look at first. It's just a generic black plastic display base. This would have been an awesome opportunity for them to give us an Ego the Living Planet display base, but no, they just opted for this boring black plastic display base. That's what companies like So Toys do so well, is they give us custom display bases with the insignia and awesome paintwork all over it. These are just boring and generic. If you're not going to give us any accessories, at least give us a nice base. But either way, let's take a look at the paintwork on the hands, because there is none. As you can see, it's just a plastic hand. You can even see a bit of flashing on the actual sculpt there, so it looks like this was sort of poured in and cut off the sprue and then not really painted at all. You can see a little bit of color towards the end of the fingers, but it is pretty much just unpainted plastic, and it does have that really sort of sickly skin tone that she did have, very light, and it does capture the look from the film, so you can't really complain. This is the only really unique hand sculpt she comes with. She comes with two fists, or they are open hands I should say, and she also does come with just open palm hands that are already on the figure, so not a hell of a lot in terms of the accessories. If they weren't going to give us anything that packs in and you can use with her, I would have much rather, as I said, an Ego the Living Planet display base. That would have been awesome with some rough terrain. It would have been really nice, but anyway, we didn't get any of that. What we did get were hands and a generic display base. What I'm going to do now is get the figure herself out here and give you a look at that head sculpt. Alright, here we have the Bullet Head Mantis figure out of the box, and doesn't she look really good? I think they've done a nice job of capturing the look of Pom from the film. Now, the antenna on a lot of these figures have been coming out of the box warped. Luckily, mine weren't, but if they do come out of the box warped, just pop them in some hot water and you can shape them to the way you want, but mine luckily sit pretty nicely. Now, her hair, unfortunately, is a bit of a hot mess. As you can see, it's sort of going everywhere. That's the nature of rooted hair, unfortunately, especially on the cheaper end of the market. I would have much rather them go with plastic sculpted hair, so you could have got the paintwork really nice and the sculpt just the way you want it coming around the front of the face, but either way, they didn't, and this is what we've ended up with. It means that you can sort of move it out of the way, but it does have a sort of crazy look. Now, you can see her eyelashes are also rooted, and they are sort of a little bit funky. You can see that the right eye, they sort of like to slant down, whereas the other eye, they sort of tilt upwards. I'm sure there's some way of getting them to sit just about right, but on mine they are a little bit funky. But either way, the head sculpt is still rather impressive. It looks better than the original promo images. I'm just waiting to see that Super Duck version so I can compare the two and see which is superior. Now, in terms of the suit itself, it's a really nice green pleather material. I don't exactly know how they have slipped this on the silicone body, but they've done a marvelous job of installing it on there, and it doesn't really limit posability as well. They've done a really good job of designing this suit in ways that you'd think that would limit articulation, but it definitely doesn't. It's not too rigid, and it does move around quite nicely. It's a rather soft pleather, and you can see that there's actual metal harness pieces on there, and flipping it around, you can see that it does have those little sort of, I don't even know what to call these, little flat pieces on the outfit that she had in the film. So really good job overall on the details, the suit, the head sculpt. It's a really nice attempt by a third-party company, I should say, for a Mantis figure. But I'm still cautiously optimistic for the Super Duck one, so I can do that comparison video. Moving the camera down to the legs, unfortunately, Mantis doesn't do a great job of standing without her display base, but either way, taking a look at the pants, you can see they're really nicely done as well. They're also like a pleather with the stitching down the side. Again, I don't know how they got these on here without absolutely destroying them, but they definitely did manage it. And you can see also that the design carries on to the boots. There isn't that black paintwork that I would have rather have some black paintwork in there to match the black understitching of the green section there, but it still does a decent enough job of looking good. I'm sure you can get this figure posed up in a way that's not going to have her falling over all the time, but I haven't been able to figure that out just because of the endoskeleton that's on the inside being so heavy and metal. she likes to topple over. But as I said, you can probably get her in a pose that's not going to have her falling over all the time. Now, doing a quick side-by-side comparison to another figure from Guardians of the Galaxy, also with rooted hair and a seamless body, we have Gamora. As you can see, there's a big size difference between these two characters. I didn't know that Mantis was this tall. I'll have to go back and check the sort of on-screen reference material to see if she was this tall on film, but it looks, I guess, about right from what I remember. Either way, they do look really good together. It doesn't look out of place having this Mantis figure on the shelf next to Gamora or any of the other Guardians, which you'll see in the comparison video coming up, and that was the biggest worry for me. I thought that the quality wasn't going to necessarily match that of Hot Toys, but it definitely doesn't look out of place, as I said, on the shelf standing side by side. Now, I did have to sort of do a funky leg position with Mantis to get her to stand without her display base, so definitely do bear that in mind if you're picking up this figure for yourself. Moving on to the 3 cool and 3 annoying things about the bullet head Mantis. The first annoying thing is, yep, you guessed it, the generic display base. This is just lazy in my opinion. I would have much rathered some sort of diorama display base, especially if you're not going to give us any accessories. And yeah, I kind of gave that away, but number 2, it's the fact that she doesn't come with any accessories other than hands. I mean, hands are cool, but they could have at least given us something, I don't exactly know what. Even give us a screwdriver to make it look like she's working in the Milano or something like that. 3 hands, in my opinion, is just a little bit lackluster. The third annoying thing is the rooted hair. It does a decent enough job of staying where you want it, but every now and then, as you can see, there are pieces that are all sort of flying all over the place, so it's very, very difficult to manage. The first cool thing about this Mantis figure is the head sculpt. I think they've done a really good job capturing the likeness of Mantis from the films. If you're going to have this figure displayed alongside your Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 figures or your Infinity War / Endgame shelf, I don't think she's going to look out of place standing next to some Hot Toys figures. The second cool thing is the tailoring on this figure. They've done a really good job with the tailoring. It would have taken a lot of hours, I'm sure, to get the patterning just right on all of this stuff, even the little sleeves sort of down the section of the pants here. They've done a really good job with all the little details on the outfit itself. The third cool thing, and it's a nice little touch, it's the fact that the sleeves go around the hands just like they did in the film. Just wrapping up on this bullet head Mantis figure, I have to say, for a first attempt from a third-party company, this figure is really, really good. I would absolutely recommend picking this up if you are sorely missing a Mantis like I was from your Guardians of the Galaxy or Infinity War or even Endgame shelf. She has so many scenes and so many great moments in all of these films that I think it's absolutely necessary to add her to the collection. Now, they have done a few neat things here, especially with the rooted hair on the eyelashes. It's really impressive that they managed to do that. Now, I do wish they'd gone with sculpted plastic hair on the actual head sculpt itself, especially with such a wavy look. You'd expect it to sort of stay in one place, but it goes everywhere as rooted hair always does. But other than that, the outfit and the choice of body is really, really good, and the skin tone matches the hands and the head sculpt, which I find on a lot of figures is not the case, especially from a third-party company. Now, either way, if you do want to pick up your very own Mantis, hit up the links down in the description below to Philip Liu, the toy wizard from Toys Wonderland HK. He has them in stock, and he does have them up for pre-order right now, and you can pre-order any of the ACG HK or San Diego Comic-Con exclusive figures, such as Stan Lee, Two-Face, Scarlet Spider, the Sith Trooper, or anything else that goes up for pre-order from those 2 conventions. Also, check out Justin's Collector Group and the giveaway that's going on right now on this channel for an Arkham City Hot Toys Batman figure. If you'd like to win yourself that figure, check the card section in the top right-hand corner of this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.